evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
Hello everyone, good evening. 1 minute, let me fix the camera. I gave you 3 questions for homework, remember?
Ma'am, I've done. I'm
Good,
also done.
very, very good. Okay, so we'll get started then. I'll get the questions on the screen and then we can start. Copy. Say Arnav.
And I forgot to do homework.
Oh my God, what was the homework?
Ma'am, that 3 questions.
Then it is okay.
Ma'am,
You
I've done.
okay, don't, I understand that. Good. Just a second. I am opening your chat box, Sejia. Why is the chat box not opening?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I didn't understand the multiplication and the division, so I didn't do the homework.
That was not the homework, Jia. That's exactly what I confirmed right now from Arnav. I wanted to see if you heard the right homework or not. So this was not the homework what you're talking about. Our homework was 3 questions, which we did in the class, you remember?
Yeah,
Multiplication.
ma'am. I have written it. I think it was of multiplication. You gave us the 3 questions, right?
Yes, correct.
I didn't
Multiplication.
understand that only.
Yeah, so it's fine if you have not done it. But I did not ask you to do those questions, are the ones from the worksheet.
Ma'am, I didn't do it.
People are joining. Let me open up the thing completely. We'll start from those questions and then we would start with the new set of questions. We'll do with division, okay? Yep, Vedant.
Ma'am, the homework was decimals part 1, right, ma'am?
No, that was an old homework. That was already discussed also.
Wait.
Talking about decimals part 2, but not the exercise part 2. Before that, we were supposed to do this multiplication thingy also. These 3 questions were your homework.
Ma'am, I did not do this, but I thought the homework was decimals part 1.
No problem. Shivani,
Ma'am, I didn't understand the last questions. I couldn't do it.
no problem. We learn it right now.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. All ready? 3 minutes. We are going to get started now. Bhumik say.
Ma'am, I have done your homework and I have no doubt also.
This is the 3rd time you're saying this, Bhumik. Fine, everyone. Let's go. For the first question, always remember, everyone, there are 2 ways how you do these questions. Way number 1 is the assumption way. See, when I'm doing the questions on the board, please learn it from there. Okay. Pay attention so that you can ask me questions after that. And after this is completed, once I clearly mention both the ways, then you can, adopt any one of the method which you feel you're comfortable in. So we'll do one method is assumption method and the other method is the fraction method. Okay. We'll do both the ways. Fine. Number 1, assumption method. I will assume that there are no decimals altogether. Once I have started Manvik, I will not stop now. So assumption method is where you assume there are no decimals and you multiply 125 with 20. Directly multiply 125 with 20. Okay. So what happens? 125 into 2, 10, 1, 5, 2 and 0. So that is 2500. I get the answer as 2500. Now I suddenly remember, oh my God, the was having one digit after the decimal. So because the question was having one digit after the decimal, my final answer should also have one digit after the decimal. So the final answer becomes 250.0, which is technically equals to 250 only. This is the assumption method. So in the assumption method, you are expected to multiply the given numbers as if no decimals exist. And then at the end of the product, like at the end of finding the product, you just go back to the question and see how many digits were actually given to you in the question. One digit after the decimal. So one digit after the, like one digit from the right hand side. You will place the dot in such a way. Similarly, if the question has two digits after the decimal, so your answer should have two digits after the decimal. It's like that. Similarly, if your answer has three digits, the question has three digits after the decimal, so your final answer should have three digits after the decimal. It's like that. That's the assumption rule. Okay? Ask your questions if you have any from the assumption rule. Then I'll go to fraction method. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, but when you're doing this method, suppose you got a like this, if suppose that option 250.0250 and something something something. So what option will you prefer more?
I didn't get you.
250? Like will we
They are
prefer
same. This is same. All of these are same. Any zeros after the decimal do not count, Jia.
okay.
Okay?
And if suppose there are three digits and you have to put point in three digits, then how will we put?
Same thing. In this question, if the question was, let's say, 0.125, then what would you do? You will get your answer as 2500, and then you will realize, oh my God, I have three digits after the decimal. So 1, 2, 3. My decimal should come in such a way so that there are three digits after the decimal. So 2.5. That's your
No,
answer.
ma'am, you have three digits and in the count points also, and plus you have three digits when you multiply it also.
Okay. When you're assuming and doing it, you will never get any digits, Jia. Why would you never get any digits? Because you're assuming that there are no decimal places and you're multiplying them as whole numbers. That's why it's assumption method. Your assumption is that it is completely a whole number. No decimals exist.
Okay.
Okay. Vedant, say.
Ma'am, does the assumption method work when the question, one of the question numbers is the example, let's take in the question like example 0 point something something. Ma'am, then will the assumption like example 0.71, ma'am, multiplied by example 2.3. Ma'am, then will the assumption work?
It will work. You will multiply 71 with 23. And whatever answer you get, you should put three digits after the decimal. Like for example, it's 3, 21, cross 2 and 14. So the answer is 3361. Okay. Two digits from here, one digit from here. So 1, 2, 3. My answer should be 1.633 because three digits after the decimal.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it? Okay. Thank you. Say, Samriddhi.
Which method is more easier, the assumption method or the fraction method?
Let me do the fraction. That is up to you. Whatever method you like. I'm free. I mean, this is completely your choice. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show you the fraction method first, then you will see. So everyone, fraction method is where you convert the given decimals into decimal fraction. Remember that was taught in the decimal set 1. Decimal fractions, how would we write 12.5? We'll write 125 divided by 10 because one digit after the decimal, so 10 after the 1 in the denominator. Multiplied with 20. So whatever method you like, 20 is a whole number, so you can write it as 20 by 1 also. Since you people have learned fractions recently with me, so I think it would be easier for you to cut this 2, cut this 0, and then you are left with 125 into 2, that is equals to 250. So you can use any of the two methods. It's completely your choice. Okay. I did the assumption method and the fraction method for the first question. Are you people okay with both the methods? Yeah, I'll do the second one also in both the methods. So you can choose which one you like more. You can use that method. Okay. I'm deleting it. I'm going to the second question. First, I'll do it by the assumption method and then I'll do it by the fraction method. This time, let's try the fraction method first. Say, yeah.
What do you prefer more?
Assumption method. That's because of practice. Once you are very good, once you are done with a lot of questions, you will also keep this in your head that, okay, it's easy. We will put the decimal points at the end of the calculation. You can do that. Okay. Say, Anvita.
Ma'am, I find the assumption method really easy.
Good. That's nice.
We could just directly like into it.
Correct.
Like the
That's
second one, 24 into 2.
24, 64.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
Okay. So listen, everyone. Here, that's the fraction method. What did I do? I wrote 6.4 as 64 by 10 and I wrote 0.2 as 2 by 10. I'm not cancelling anything because cancelling will make your job hard. Don't cancel it. Just keep it as it is so that the denominator is a power of 10. Now, when you multiply numerator 1 with numerator 2, you get 64 into 2, which is 128. And the denominator 1 into denominator 2, which is 10 into 10, and that gives you 100. So if there are 2 zeros after the decimal, so you should have 2 digits after the decimal point, and the answer should be 1.28. Say, Naman.
And where does the 10 come from, ma'am?
This, I'm converting the decimals to the fractions. That's why the 10 comes. 1 digit after the decimal, so 1 0 after the decimal. 1 0 after the 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Samriddhi.
Ma'am, do we get the same answer if we like find the simpler form for the numerator and
Yes,
denominator?
yes, Samriddhi. Absolutely same method. No difference.
Okay, ma'am.
Same answer, I mean. Okay, 64 times 2. So again, the same process, 128. But then now I realize that, oh my God, I have 2 digits after the decimal. One here, one here. So therefore, my answer should also have 2 digits after the decimal point, which is 1.28. Both the answers are 1.28. Please check if you get the same answer. If you do not understand, you can ask me. Okay, let's try the third one, the last one. And then we'll start with division. Okay, fine. Let's go. 11.0. Okay, so 11.0 was just to trick you people. Please don't use it as an extra zero or an extra digit after decimal. 11.0 is nothing but whole number 11. So you don't have to worry about this zero. Just assume that it doesn't even exist in your world. Okay. It's simply 11 into 1.22. So assumption method says take 122 and multiply it with 11 as if any decimal did not exist. Then you do 2 point this, 2, 1, cross 2, 2, 1 and add them 2, 4, 3, 1. Now the final answer is 1342, but we are going to count how many digits do we have after the decimal. As I said, I will not count this 0. So I'll only be counting these 2 digits after the decimal. So if my question had 2 digits after the decimal, so my answer will also have 2 digits after the decimal, 1 and 2. And therefore the answer is 13.42. Fraction method, 11 by 1 multiplied with 122 by 100. 1 second, Janvi and Advika. Keep your hand raised up. I'll come back to you. First, I'll multiply 12 times 11. I'll get 1342. And then I'll multiply 1 by 100. I'll get divide by 100. Now, same thing. 2 zeros after the decimal. So, 2 digits after the decimal. 13.42. Ask Janvi, then Advika.
Even if we, I don't think it will make such a big change. Even if we count the 0 in 11.0, because we'll get 0 and
No.
3 points
Extra
after,
zero,
and the 0
extra
won't get
zero,
counted.
3 zeros.
And 0 won't get
Extra work.
counted.
1 digit extra you are going to use. That will take few microseconds of yours and some ink of your pen also. Save paper, save ink. Say Advika.
Miss, so in second question, 6.4 and 0.2. So the same way we take both the decimals and put it together, that makes 2. But in the third question, we still do it that way. If there is 1, like how you did 2, 2. So we'll still do it like that, man.
Still do like what?
So we'll still do it like question 2.
Why? How is question 2 and like 3 related?
Ma'am, because your
The 0
in
after
question.
and 0 before.
Yes, miss.
No. This is definitely counted, but this is not counted because this is whole number 11. This is not whole number 2. If this would have been 2.0, then these two would have been same. But this is 0.2. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Advika,
Thank
I
you,
can't hear you louder.
Thank
Oh,
you,
welcome. Say Anvita.
Excuse me, ma'am. Suppose in the question they give like the same as the third question. If we accidentally into the 0, it's fine, right?
Yeah, it is fine. Then in the final answer, you will get an extra 0. And in the final
Yeah,
answer,
the
you'll
end.
have to keep 3 digits after decimal.
Yeah, that at the end we'll get that. But
Yeah.
it's okay if we tick that in the answer accidentally, right?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, say Anika.
Ma'am, for example, if we like have in like, for example, 6.4 into 0.2, if the question is like 6.124 and into 0.32, then what will be the answer?
5 digits. 5 digits after the decimal. In that case, you will have to multiply 6.124, you said, right? And this one is 0.32 something. Okay.
Yes.
So
32.
here you have to assume that you are taking 6124 multiplied with 32. Whatever answer you are getting, let's say ANSWER. Suppose there is a 6-digit answer. Okay, Sanika. Then your answer should have 3 from here and 2 from here. 5 digits after the decimal.
Okay.
Got it?
Thank you.
Yeah. Bhumik, you were raising hand. What happened?
Nothing, ma'am. My mistake.
Say,
But
Jia,
ma'am, I want to say something.
you have to say.
Something.
Say.
Give us questions like same. Can you
Okay.
give us question?
Yeah, Bhumik, not now. First, let's finish this. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, so like Anvita was saying that 0 came, so will the answer matter?
Yeah, you can add the extra 0, but the 0, then after the digits, like we had put 2 decimals after 2 digits after the decimal, my final answer will have 3 digits after the decimal. So that the
Yeah.
answer remains the same.
So my answer is the same, right? If I write a 0 or not.
Yeah, but the digits after the decimal will matter. Like for example, wait. This, no. Oh God, I have to get back a lot. If you put a 0, but you do not put it after 3 digits, you put it as 2 digits only, then the answer will be wrong. Then the answer will become 134 point something. But the answer should be 13 point something. So if you're adding a 0, then have 3 digits after the 0 instead of 2.
Yeah, understood.
Okay. All right, everyone, pay attention. Now that you all have understood multiplication, it's time to introduce you to division. So before we start with division, we will do it in case-by-case method. So I want all of you to write it down in your notebook also. So keep your notebooks ready. Say, Ibrahim.
Ma'am, what if the multiplication is very, 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 very long? So the point will
No.
be at its place only.
You have to count the digits after the decimal. Like, no matter how long the number is, you have to see how many digits of the two numbers you're multiplying are there after the decimal.
And that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, everyone, we are starting with division now. Please pay attention. Let's go. Division. Now we'll do case number 1. Let me try my favorite example. 24 by 2. Or let's say 24 by 12. Send me the answers in the chat box. We'll ask people one by one. We'll start with Sadhna. Sadhna, 24 by 2.
Ma'am, 2.
Both of them are whole numbers, everyone. So all of you must have got the answer as 2, right? Anyone, any doubts? 2? Not for this one, surely. Okay. Then Mishika, case number 2. Case number 2 is where I add a decimal place in the numerator. Where I add a decimal place in the numerator. Let's say 2.4 divided by 12. Think about the answer. 2.4 divided by 12. Mishika, 2.4 divided by 12?
Ma'am, 0.2. Because,
Very good.
ma'am, because 24 by 12 is equal to 2. So when we put a decimal point, then then there will be a digit after the decimal.
No need to raise hand. I'm yet to explain this. What do you think? Teacher is Mishika or Priyasha? Priyasha, right? Priyasha is yet to explain. Wait. Let me complete it, then I'll give you a chance to ask questions. So assumption method in this is the same thing which we did in the multiplication. Remember multiplication, what did we assume? We assume that there are no decimals. We assume that these are whole numbers which we took and multiplied. After we got the multiplication product, then we counted how many digits after the decimal and we used it to put it in our answer. 3 digits in the decimal question, 3 digits after the decimal in my answer. Same thing is what we will do when we have it in the numerator. When we have a decimal point in the numerator, but our denominator is a whole number, in that case, I assume that there are no digits in the decimal place. No decimals in the number. And I assume that and I divide 24 by 12 and I get my answer as 2. But the moment I do that, then I go back to my question and check how many digits are there after the decimal point in the numerator. And guess what? In this question, how many digits are there after the decimal? 1. So my answer should also have exactly 1. And that makes it 0.2. Because of this 1. Fraction method. Fraction method is where I will convert 2.4 into a fraction. That will be 24 by 10. Okay. They are asking me to divide 24 by 10 by 12. How do we divide in fractions? 2.4 divided by 12 can be written as 24 by 10 divided by 12. And divided by 12 in KCF rule means multiply with the reciprocal. So 24 by 10 multiplied with 1 by 12. Do the multiplication. 12 times 1, 12 times 2, 2 by 10. 2 by 10 is equals to 0.2. Your choice, choose any method you like. But remember, this method works only when the numerator has decimal points. What will happen when the denominator has it is story which is yet to come. Don't ask me that. Go ahead, Anvita.
Ma'am, how do we do the assumption method?
We just assume that there are no decimal places in the numerator. So we assume 2.4 as 24 and we divide
Yes.
24 by 12. We get 2. Then just like in the multiplication, we used to go back and count how many digits are there after the decimal. We do the counting here also. In this
Ma'am, but
question,
we could just put 2 as the whole number. Why are we putting 0 there?
if you put 2 as the whole number, that is the answer for 24 by 12, not 2.4 by 12. 2.4 is a smaller number than 24, right?
Yeah.
So the answer should also be a smaller number than 2. That's why 0.2.
Okay. So to match it, we just padded a extra 0.
Not padding exactly, but this
Yeah,
0 is
we
for
just
the
put
whole
it.
number 0. Whole number
Oh,
0. Yeah. You
okay.
can write this. You can write this as 0.2, but 0.2 looks confusing. So that's why they write a 0.2, which shows whole number 0 and decimal is 2 by 10. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Advika,
Miss, I didn't understand how to do the fraction part.
sorry, louder.
Miss, I didn't understand how to do the fraction part.
In the fraction part, write this question like this as this. Horizontally. 2.4 divided by 12. So according to KFC rule, what will we do? Multiply the first fraction with the reciprocal of the second fraction. Second fraction is 12 by 1. So reciprocal is 1 by 12.
So we do like
Did you
KFC
get that?
rule. Miss, so
KFC
we
rule,
do like.
exactly. Yeah.
Ma'am, what's a
We are just
reciprocal?
converting decimals into fractions to do the calculation in case you find assumption difficult.
Okay, ma'am, what's a reciprocal?
Numerator
Ma'am?
changes into denominator, denominator changes into numerator.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You fix your internet, Advika.
Yes, ma'am, I
Welcome.
trained
Say
a
Jia.
lot in. Ma'am, I trained a lot in Pune and the lights went out.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I heard
yes,
my friend lives there and he's like always complaining. So rain. Say Jia.
yes, miss.
Ma'am, your voice was echoing.
Yeah, because of Advika's device. Now it's okay, I think.
Yeah, ma'am. And ma'am, I was asking that I was confused because like I thought that we have to put a 0 at the back, but in division we have to put it in the front.
Hmm. Yeah. You only think, no, the value is getting smaller, everyone. Use your like common sense here. That earlier I had 24 pieces. So everyone was getting 2 pieces. Now the total has reduced to just 2.4. So everyone will get a smaller piece, no? So that's why 0.2. Say Arnav.
Ma'am, it is like multiplication or.
Yes, it's like multiplication only. But only the case when the numerator has a decimal point. We'll do more cases. Okay. Say Sadhna.
Ma'am, what if the numerator is 25? There
That
will
is
be a reminder.
that is again, then you will have to do this. We will learn that also. That's another case. So when the numerator and denominator are not dividing each other fully, then we go by this method. Like we take 25 here, we take 12 here. We get some answer in decimals and then we again divide it by the decimal existing in the number. It's a long process. We'll do that. Okay. As one of the
Okay,
cases.
ma'am.
Okay. Let's try the third case, everyone. Second case is clear to all? Yeah? Okay. So let me do some deletion. Oh no. Deletion here. Say Parth.
Ma'am, I was noting that down.
It was there on the screen for 5 minutes. Take a screenshot fast. Case 3. Case 3 is when you have decimals. Wait, let me think. What should I do? Taken? Okay. What should I do? What should I do? Yeah, only in the denominator, let me do that first. So 24 divided by 1.2. Only in the denominator, okay? Only in the denominator, okay? Now first I will do the third method called as common sense. I just want your answer in less or more. Okay, everyone? Just answer me in less or more. Fine. I'll give you a small example. Wait, Manvik say, ask.
Ma'am, actually, wonder why in my system the voice of everyone is not coming properly, like in high volume, even though it is on 100%. So I'm not able
Manvik,
to
that can
understand it.
Manvik, you have to get it fixed immediately then. Ask your parents to help you. The device, like you can change the device for today. Maybe you can join from any other device if it's available. Okay.
Ma'am, I have already rejoined once.
No, not from the same device, different device. I'm asking you to change the device. Ask your parents to help you. Either give you a new device, or I mean, right now, I'll phone or something, or you can just ask them first, connecting it to a speaker if you have a speaker. Okay. All right. Look at this, everyone. Case number 3. Now, I'm not solving it. I'm not solving it. I'm giving you an example. Pay attention on the example. Okay. 12 divided by 3 is bigger or 12 divided by 6 is bigger? A is bigger or B is bigger? Type it in the chat box. 12 divided by 3 is bigger or 12 divided by 6 is bigger? Okay, A is bigger. Most of you are saying A is bigger. A is bigger. Okay, I'll confirm my answer once with Shanaya. Shanaya, A is bigger or B is bigger?
Ma'am, I think A is bigger.
That's right, because the answer for the case of A would be 4 and the answer in the case of B will be 2. Correct, everyone? Yeah. Now, why did you ask this, ma'am? How is that relevant? This is relevant because you people know what is a dividend and a divisor, right? This is the dividend and this is the divisor. The number which we divide. I mean, the denominator in this case. So, use common sense. Okay, use common sense. When the divisor is smaller, that means if you are distributing 12 pieces of cake among 3 people, everyone will get 4 pieces. Everyone is getting more number of pieces as compared to the scenario when you're distributing the same 12 pieces among 6. In that case, only 2 pieces each is what everyone gets. That means when the denominator is smaller, the quotient is bigger, right? When the denominator is smaller, like in our case 3, this case 3 is smaller than 6. So the quotient is bigger than 6. Correct? I mean, quotient is bigger than the other case. Say, Advika.
Miss, that is why I like less people at the birthday party.
Okay. Now, assume it. Now, take this knowledge which you learned over here and compare this question with this question. Compare case number 1 with case number 2. Let me ask this to Hanifa. Hanifa, the answer of case number 2 will be case number 3 will be bigger or case number 1 will be bigger?
Ma'am, case number 1 will be bigger.
Why?
Ma'am, because in case number 3, 1.2 is a smaller number than 12.
What happened here?
It's for 12
Exactly.
by 3. For 12 by 3,
3 was smaller. That's why the final quotient was bigger. Right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what should happen? Case 3 will be bigger or case 1 will be bigger?
Case 3.
Case 3's answer will be bigger, everyone, because in the case 1, we had 12 people, and in case 3, we have just 1.2. So the number of people are reduced. So automatically the answer should be more than the previous answer, right? Yes or no? Now we'll do it by the assumption method. So let me show it to you. Advika, do you have a doubt? Jia, you went somewhere. I saw you. Don't ask a doubt now. I was
No,
looking
ma'am.
at you in the...
I saw the whole method, but I have a doubt. How will you understand that if it meaning like how will you what is 1.2 in people?
You don't have to worry about that. That was just an example to compare that when is the answer becoming bigger and when is the answer becoming smaller. That understanding was the common sense that when the denominator is smaller but the numerator is same, then the fractions value, you remember that is what we learned in the fractions chapter, then the value will be greater. So we were comparing that.
Okay,
I'm doing it now by the assumptions method. So let me complete the assumption method and fraction method, then I'll come back to you. Say, Mishika.
Ma'am, after this question, can you take a doubt that which case is bigger, 2 or 3?
2 or 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, 3. 3 will be the biggest because the denominator is the smallest.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Pay attention. Assumption method. So in the assumption method, what we are going to do is that the story is a little different here. Okay. I generally don't go by assumption method. I will change the name of this method and I'll call it mission whole number. So mission whole number is the name of this method because remember one thing. Whenever in a division question, you see a denominator in decimals, your mission of the life should get into transforming that decimal into a whole number. Anvita, you lost connection in the middle, right? I'm doing the same case number 3. We have not moved ahead. Bhumik, 1 second. So 24 divided by 1.2. My mission is going to be to convert 1.2 into a whole number. Now, Bhumik, you tell me what is equivalent fraction?
Equivalent fraction means equal size.
Equal size? We are not talking
No,
about triangles.
oh, sorry.
No, Bhumik, one chance done. Tanisha, what are equivalent fractions?
Now equivalent fractions like 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 6 also because we multiply if we multiply same numbers at the numerator and denominator, they are equivalent.
Thank you. So by the rules of equivalent fraction, if I want to convert 1.2 into 12, that is a whole number, I'll multiply that with a 10. Anvita, I said I saw you had network issues, right? What do you want to say?
Ma'am, could you please tell at the end?
That's what I
is
said, no,
through?
Anvita, that I'm continuing with the same thing. Case number 3, we have not moved ahead. I was taking doubts only. So you did not lose anything. You did not miss anything. Do not worry. I said that in the
Ma'am, we
beginning.
just started case number 3, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shania. What? Nothing. Fine. So come back over here. Sorry, saying something?
I'm just saying, is it possible if we can do 2.4 divided by 1.2? It's possible, right?
That will change the answer. Okay. So look at this. What we are going to do is our mission is to convert the denominator into a whole number. And in that process, if I'm multiplying a 10 in the denominator, then by the rules of equivalent fraction, I should multiply the same number in the numerator. This will make the question like this. So my new question is 240 divided by 12. Both of them are whole number. You can calculate that easily. 24 by 12 is 2. And of course, a 0 with it. So my final answer is going to be 20. My final answer is going to be 20 for the case of 3. What is the fraction method? In the fraction method, 2.24 is divided by 1.2. That means 24 is divided by 12 by 10. Now, as per the KFC rule, 24 by 1 multiplied with the reciprocal of this is going to be my answer. 12 times 1, 12 times 2, and 2 times 10, 20 by 1. That is technically equals to 20. Okay. So both the methods are on your screen, everyone. The mission whole number is a method which will work in the cases where your questions have a decimal point in the denominator, where you have to make sure that your denominator should not have any decimals at the bottom. If they have, then get rid of it. And while getting rid of it, you have to make sure that you multiply the same number in the numerator also, so that the value of the fraction does not change. And that's how you get the answers. Say Parth. Parth Sharma. Nothing? Say Arnav.
If there is whole number directly, so we can do directly.
Directly. Say Jia.
Ma'am, I'm asking that I didn't understand the mission whole number.
Mission whole number is where the denominator should be converted into a whole number. That is our mission. And how would you convert 1.2 into a whole number? By multiplying it with a 10. Because it has one digit after the decimal, so you multiplied it with a 10 so that the digit comes here and the answer becomes 12.
The both are very easy. Now I feel.
Good. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, suppose if we get a question, we could use any three of these methods which is easy for us.
No, Anvita, they will never ask you. Do not worry. Sure.
No, I don't want to ask that, but I'm not telling about they'll ask a question like that. But suppose in that worksheet, if they give the same question, some questions like the question which you gave, like 24 by 12, we could use any of these three.
Yeah, any of these methods.
Which is easy for us.
Whatever is easy for you. Yeah.
I find case 2 as easy, so could I use it?
No. This is not method. These are cases. This is different method. You can use any of these two methods. This is not a method. This is a case. Like you can get questions like this. This is type of questions which I'm doing in cases. These are different methods. Mission, whole number, fraction. Cases means different types of questions. In some questions, you will have decimals in the numerator. In some questions, you will have it in the denominator. Then the next case which I do will have both.
Case 1 is fraction, man.
Yeah, it's just for the case of reference. It's not decimals. There is no decimal.
So, ma'am, mission whole number 1, 24 by what is that? In any question, like we'll get the denominator in point.
Yeah.
So, like how we're doing it, like 24 by 1.2 into 10 only we should do for everyone.
Because 1.2 is having one digit after the decimal, Anvita. So that's why into 10.
Suppose if it has 2 digits after the decimal.
100.
Okay. Then we should, after that, we should divide it normally.
Yes.
After intoing it with 10, we got 240 and we'll divide it with 12 normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, Aditi?
Ma'am, I didn't really understand why we should multiply 24 with 10 and 1.2 with 10.
Equivalent fractions, Aditi. So I multiplied 1.2 with 10 because I wanted to convert 1.2 decimal into a whole number, which is 12.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Say, Advika.
Miss, I couldn't really understand the fraction method.
Advika, your mic
Miss,
louder.
ma'am,
Shout.
hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yeah, say.
I couldn't really understand the fraction method.
Fraction method is 1.2 can be written as 12 by 10, right? Now from
Yes,
this
ma'am.
part of the question, apply KFC. KFC is keep the first fraction same. So 24 by 1 remains the same. Flip the second fraction. So 12 by 10 becomes 10 by 12. And change the multiplication sign. Division to multiplication. So now divide it. Multiply it. 24 by 1 into 10 by 12. Got it?
Sorry? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Fine, everyone. Got it? I'll do one more case, then we'll go for a break. Okay? Okay. Same method it's gonna be, but I'll still show you the working. Case number 4. Case number 4 is when we have numerator also having a decimal and denominator also having a decimal. What to do in this case? Try both the methods. Okay. We will do both the methods. We'll do one method with Janvi and another method with Yash. So Janvi, according to mission whole number, is your denominator having a decimal?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much should I multiply with the denominator so that it becomes a whole number?
Multiplied by 10.
In that process of equivalent fraction, I should also multiply 10 to the numerator.
Yes, ma'am.
The fun fact is that when we multiply the 10 with both the numerator and denominator, we get back Janvi?
We get back the numbers without the decimal point.
Absolutely. 24 by 12 are whole numbers. Back to case 1. 24 by 12 is an easy 2. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So as in the mission whole number, I multiplied the denominator with the 10, and in the same process, according to equivalent fraction, I multiplied 10 again. In this process, 24 by 12 is what I obtain as the final equivalent fraction, which is equals to 2. So from here, you all can learn a shortcut that when your numerator and your denominator has the same number of digits after the decimal, Shivani, write it down. You can write it in your math website. That when the numerator and the denominator has the same number of digits after the decimal, then the number automatically becomes a whole number, because you will be multiplying the same number to both the numerator and denominator to make it whole number. So 2.4 by 1.2 is actually 24 by 12. Okay. Now ask Advika.
Miss, why did we multiply by 10?
Because 2, 1 digit after the decimal. So 1 0 after the 10. 1.
Ma'am, I didn't understand.
We need to make the denominator as a whole number, mission whole number. Mission is to convert the denominator into a whole number.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's why we multiplied with the 10. Did you understand it?
No. No, ma'am.
Louder.
Ma'am, no, I couldn't understand.
If I want to convert 1.2 into 12, what should I multiply it with, Advika?
Yes, I don't know.
We did it in the last case. How do we shift that 1 digit from this side to this side? By multiplying it with a 10, right? When we multiply with a 10, we get a shift in the decimal place to the right side. 1.2 into 10 is 12. Because into 10 means this digit comes and shifts here and it becomes 12.0. If you shift one, if you multiply 12.0 into 10, what would you get? You will get 120.0, 120. So whenever you multiply it with 10, 10, 10, 10, the digits start shifting on the right.
Yes, ma'am, but isn't it just like, can't we just remove the decimals instead of multiplying by 10?
How would you do that? If I directly say you this, then you will again ask, how did I divide it? How did I remove it? I removed it because I multiplied both the values with a 10. So me telling you the reason of removing it is important, right, Advika? You can't just remove it when the numbers are not equal. So that's why I'm teaching you this method, so that when in the next method I tell you about what to do when the numbers are not equal, you don't get confused.
Okay,
Okay?
ma'am. Thank
Say
you.
Manasvi.
Ma'am, if we multiply by 10, so why we cannot again divide by 10?
Why would you divide by 10? This 10 and 10 are already divided. This is a fraction.
To get the real exact answer.
No, we don't have to, because we are doing it for both the numerator and denominator. If we are doing it for any one of them, like in these two cases, then we have to do something with the real answer. Like here, I divided it with a 10. Here, I multiplied it with a 10. Because the changes were happening in just one of the fraction values, either the numerator or the denominator.
Yeah.
But when the changes are happening to both of them, we don't have to do it. Okay? Say, Mishika.
Ma'am, in case 4, why can't, ma'am, when we divide it, supposedly I assume that 24, it is 24 by 12, so it is equal to 2. So then when I see that there are one digit from after the decimal in the numerator and denominator both, so it should be like 0.02, right?
Correct.
But then why the answer is 2?
Oh, no, you're talking about both the numerator and denominator has one digit after the decimal. That's
Yes,
why.
ma'am. So we will plus it and like.
Then how will the answer of this case be 0.2, Mishika? The denominator doesn't have a digit. No, Mishika, see. When the see, here you observed one thing, that the denominator is only having the decimal, so my answer became bigger. So when the numerator and denominator, both of them are having decimal, they are technically cancelling each other. See, aren't they cancelling each other, Mishika?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if I am dividing it by a 10 because of this case, that is when the numerator has a decimal, so I'm also multiplying it with a 10 because the denominator has a 10. So when they cancel each other, then you get back the same original answer as you would have got when you have 24 by 12.
Ma'am, so the answer cannot be 0.02 because the numerator and denominator both are cuttable.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cancelable, cuttable. Chop, chop, chop. Say Anvita.
Ma'am, mission 3 is for the main, like for any question we'll do it. Mission 4 is also the main.
This is not mission. These are the two ways of doing it. These are the type of questions. You can get these type of questions. Case number 1 is a type of question. Case number 2 is a type of question, Anvita. These are not ways of doing it. These are type of questions you can get in the exam.
Okay, these are the types of questions. Suppose in the work paper, worksheet, they give like divide 24 by 1.2, will do it as case 3.
Yes.
Like that.
Correct.
But can't we just use just one case for all of the divisions?
No. Again, you're going to cases, Anvita. Cases are type of questions. Like in exam, sometimes you get a question of word problem. Sometimes you get a question of addition. Sometimes you get a question of subtraction. Similarly, these are type of questions which I'm talking about. The way to do
Okay.
this is only two of them. Either you do it by the fraction method or you do it by this mission whole number.
Okay, yes.
Okay?
Okay. Thank
Say, Ibrahim, welcome.
Ma'am, what if it is a very big number with point?
Yeah, you can still do it. If the both
Still,
the if you have the same number of digits in the numerator and denominator, then there is no problem. When it is not same, then we will do it in the next case, that is case number 5. Okay?
okay. So can I send a question like that in the chat box?
No, Ibrahim, no need. It's okay. I'll do that. And the numbers which are not divisible, for that again, as I told Sadhna, we have a case for that also. We will do it under division method. Okay?
ma'am.
We'll take time for this, so no need to hurry about it. Say,
Okay.
Jia.
Ma'am, how many cases are left?
No future telling. Priyansh. Priyansh, please say.
Yes, ma'am.
Your hand is raised.
Sorry, ma'am.
Advika.
Ma'am, are we going to have a break?
Yeah, we'll have it right now. Just after I complete the fraction method. So look everyone, I've got the fraction method on the screen. 2 by 1, which is equals to 2. So whichever method you feel comfortable, please feel free to take that. No compulsion at all. If you feel fractions are easier, do it that way. If you feel mission whole number is easier, then do it that way. Assumption. Okay? Fine. If this is done, please write everything down on the screen right now so that you don't miss out anything. Because after coming back from the break, I'll remove some of it. Okay? So let's go for a 5-minute short break, everyone. We'll meet each other in 5 minutes. Welcome back. All of you are back. Okay. Come back, come back, come back. Fast, 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 fast. You all have written the case number 1 to 4. All of you?
Ma'am,
Yeah, Manasvi.
ma'am, I was writing the final part.
Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot now. The ones which I have deleted will not come back. I have taken a screenshot of the first 4 things and I am sending it to you people in the chat. Okay? Because now I am going to delete this. Okay, fine everyone. I'm deleting case number 1 and I'm writing case number 5 now. Okay. Case 5. Case 5 is when the numerator and the denominator do not have same number of decimal places. Let's say 0.24 divided by 1.2. Okay. 0.24 divided by 1.2. So in this method also, if I go by the mission whole number, then I would like to only focus on my denominator. I repeat, I would like to only focus on my denominator, only focus on denominator and try to convert it into a whole number. So 0.24 by 1.2 multiplied with a 10. Why multiplied with a 10? Because 1.2 has 1 digit after the decimal. So that's why into 10. And in the case of equivalent fraction, I'll multiply 10 with the numerator also. Now the answer of the question will be 2.4 divided by 12. So technically, you are going to get the same answer as you got in case number 2. That means the denominator is a whole number now and the numerator is a decimal. So how did we get a 0.2? Because we assumed that 24 divided by 12 is 2 and then my answer has 1 digit after the decimal. So my question had 1 digit after the decimal. So my answer will also have 1 digit after the decimal. That's one method. The other method is the fractions method. So fractions method is 0.24 divided by 1.2. That's technically 24 by 100 divided by 12 by 10. KFC rule. Keep the first fraction same. Flip the second fraction and multiply it. Simplify it, everyone. 0, 0 cancel. 12, 1. 24, 2. You get 2 by 10, which is equals to 0.2. Ask me if you have a question. Clear, right? Say, Brian.
Ma'am, in mission whole number, after multiplying it by 10, how did you got 0.2?
I got 2.4.
So after that is equal to 0.2.
How did I get a 0.2 in case number 2, Ibrahim? Check your notes. I assumed that it is 24 and I assumed that I know that it is 12. I got the answer 2. But my original answer had 1 digit after the decimal, just like multiplication. So here also I have 1 digit after the decimal, right? Like multiplication. The assumption method.
Yes, yes, I understood. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone fine with this? Okay, move to case number 5 then. Case number 6. I'm deleting this one. Manasvi, you want to ask something?
Ma'am, I was writing.
Writing? Oh, you were writing. Oh, you could tell me that. Says Tanisha.
Ma'am, I was writing the fraction part.
Okay, I'm bringing back the annotations. Manasvi, how much is, left for you?
Ma'am,
Is this
from the last, the red part of the
okay?
division whole number.
Right. Yeah, Sijia.
Ma'am, can I guess the case 6?
Say.
Is it the like a decimal into a mixed fraction?
Not really. This is going to be an improper fraction or a proper fraction, but when they are not divisible by each other. So let's do it that way. Guys, don't guess, please. If you have a doubt, then raise your hand. Otherwise, it will take us a long time. And I today cannot extend because I have a class after. We'll stop at case 6. Okay. But you are in a good position to do the exercise. Okay. But I would, while you do the exercise and discuss the doubts with me in the next class, I will also take the next class to teach you some more details about decimals. Okay. You'll use it. Okay. So the last case is going to be, let's say, 3/5. Everyone written all of this? Written all of this? No one is writing? Case number 6, 3/5. So 3 is a smaller number. There are 2 ways to do it. First method, Bhumek, what?
Then show case 5.
What?
Show case number 5.
Showcase.
Number 5. 5.
What will I do?
I want to see it. I have not right.
Bhumek. I'm taking a screenshot and sending this in the chat box, people, because this is taking time, okay? Or else we will do the case number 6 in the next class.
Yes.
1 second. Here's the
Ma'am, I'm done.
screenshot. Okay. Check case number 6, everyone. 3/5. Bhumek, you can unraise your hand. Divide 3/5. We already know that this cannot happen, right? Why cannot this happen? Because 3 is a smaller number than 5. So what will I do? In such cases, you take the help of decimals. You put a 0 point, and the moment you put a decimal, you can add an extra 0 at the bottom. Now, do you think that 30 is divisible by 5? Yes. So now we'll add a 6 and that will make the answer as 0.6. That is one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is equivalent fractions. Now, equivalent fractions will not work in every case, but this division will surely work in every case. Okay. For example, into 2 into 2. If I do into 2, why did I do into 2? Because I wanted to convert it in a power of 10. The moment I do that, I know my answer is going to be 0.6. But every number cannot be converted into a power of 10. Every number cannot be converted into a power of 10. 5 can be converted, but 3 cannot be converted. 2 can be converted, but let's say 7 cannot be converted. So therefore, the numbers which cannot be converted, why that? Any number can use this method. This is a universal method. You can apply it everywhere. But this one is a special method. It is applicable in certain cases only. Say, Samriddhi.
I didn't understand the universal method.
Universal method is when you take the numerator as the dividend and the denominator as the divisor. So when the dividend is smaller than the divisor, you are supposed to take a decimal point, Samriddhi. That decimal point will give you an extra 0 in your divisor. Why? So that you can divide it by 5. Otherwise, there's nothing which you can divide. You cannot divide it.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Okay. Arnav?
Ma'am, at power of 10, it is only by means factors of 10.
Yes, it is done by factors of 10. Correct. Thank you so much. Not just factors of 10, but factors of any power of 10. Like you can take 100 also, 1000 also, anything. Say, Jia.
Ma'am, what if the case 6 you're saying it's 2 by 5?
Yeah, same thing. So if it is 2 divided by 5, I'll put a dot so that I make it 20, Jia. And then it is 4 times 5, 20. So the answer becomes 0.4 in that case. Okay. So everyone, note your homework. You all can definitely try the decimal set 2 now. You are completely ready for decimal set 2. You can do all the operations. But in the next class, I will also do some more questions around division of decimals so that you become confident. Okay. So let me write down homework 13/6/2025 decimal set 2. And we can also have an in-class test in the coming class, okay? If possible. Yes, Anvita, say.
Ma'am, I did the decimal set 2 and I have the 10th one as the doubt.
We can discuss it in the next class, okay?
Okay.
All right. Say, Shivani.
ఇప్పుడు మూడు
Sorry, Shivani, say that again.
Tomorrow is my birthday, ma'am.
Okay, happy birthday in advance, Shivani. May God bless you. May you have all your dreams coming true this year. Okay? Stay very, very successful and happy throughout the year. And yeah, everyone, I'm opening the chat box for everyone. Please do send a direct message in the main chat. Come to the main chat where you got the message of homework. Come there and wish her. Say, Sadhna.
Ma'am, but we still like if it's like 2.5 divided by 12 when it's not divisible.
Yeah, in that case, we'll do that in the coming cases. In that case, what you're going to do, you have to assume that there is no decimal. Take 25, divide it by 12, you will get some decimal answer already. And then since your original answer had 1 digit after the decimal, you have to shift that answer's digit to the left. Okay.
Ma'am, but like that in all the cases we did even number like which is divisible, but we didn't do like not
No
divisible.
problem. This is not the end of it. As I said, I will continue this in the next class also.
Okay,
Fine.
ma'am.
But don't worry, you will not have such troubles in the paper. You will find it easy. Even if you don't find it, if you find a question like that, we can discuss it in the next class. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you everyone for the wishes. Say Arnav quickly.
To fall cakes.
Yeah, cakes are falling because of birthday.
Ma'am, how
Okay.
falling?
Fine then everyone. Last question. How was the class?
Ma'am, it was good, ma'am.
It
It was great.
Guys, 1 minute. Hold on. Don't go. I have told this last class or not, I do not remember, but I'm just making you write down 2 dates. I've told Olympiad Success to inform you, but in case they have not done that, note down the dates. Wait, this is my calendar. Oh my God, my calendar is not, okay, this is a calendar. Yeah, so note down the dates. The dates are 30th June, 30th June and 2nd July. I will not be available on these 2 days for your classes. So 30th of June and 2nd July will not have a class, okay, at this time. I'm traveling, so I'll not be able to take a class.
Ma'am, 3rd June is my birthday.
Oh, 3rd July, you mean, right?
I mean, yeah, July. Sorry.
Yeah.
30th June
So sorry. 30th June, 3rd July.
Ma'am, 24 June, birthday.
Okay, fine. Samriti, What is Sarthak doing there? Say Bhumik fast.
Now, ma'am, how do you do falling cake in the
Olive.
chat?
Okay, that is when you wish her happy birthday. Say Manasvi.
Me, ma'am. Where?
1 second. Manasvi, say.
Ma'am, how? Do a hooray thing.
Ma'am, when you will not there in the logical classes?
Logical reasoning classes, I'll be there, Manasvi. Only one class I might miss. That is the Sundays class, 29.
Okay.
Okay. You are in grade 5-6 reasoning, right, Manasvi?
Yes.
So when our class starts, 2 o'clock, right? Yeah, I'll miss that class. 29th only.
Okay.
Okay. Saturday I'll do.
Ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Then bye-bye. Take
Me,
care.
ma'am.
Good night.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Thank you. See you.